And then again, getting in the occasional sisterly fight, which may or may not have included oversized flashlights being thrown at people's heads, heads getting rolled up in windows, people biting each other. And I could let you believe that it was the big sister who was the instigator, but no, I beat her up. It was pretty clear. But the way I see it, I was just preparing her for Rhett's infamous love pats and painfully hard hugs that Aaron loves so much. He tends to be a little aggressive in his affection. But if I'm being honest, I idolized Erin growing up. She was the big sister who had it all. She was talented in sports and then dance. She was very smart in school without actually ever being a nerd. She always had a sense of fashion, and she was popular in school. So when I finally made the decision to quit gymnastics and get more involved in my high school, it was largely in part because I saw Erin's life, and I thought it would be a lot cooler than showing up to school in leotards and wearing clippy clips in my hair, and so I decided to move on with my life. So our parents gave Erin and I every tool to be happy and successful. So it was no shock when Erin was voted most likely to succeed of her high school class. And I think many of us would associate that with career success. But when I look at the woman she is today, I see personal success. And number one, her relationship with Christ and the Catholic Church. It's very inspiring. She's never wavered in her faith. And when I look back and really think about that, I think she gets that from our grandparents. Both on my mom and dad's side were devout Christians. And then she's a genuine and loyal friend. And she has ladies here tonight you saw on the slideshow. Some she's grown up since childhood. Ashley's probably one of her first friends. And then other women in this crowd that she's grown up with transitioning from school and then into the real world. And they've really kind of helped each other along the way. Steph and I were talking about that earlier. You're only as good as the company that you keep. And Erin has always attracted wonderful people. Speaking of attracting wonderful people. All right. Over the course of their relationship, I was asked many times if I liked Rhett. And it was always an easy yes. I mean, Rhett's a very likable person. But liking somebody and loving someone as family is very different. I'm not really sure the exact moment that I knew that I love Rhett like a brother. But it was actually before he proposed to Erin. Rhett has the unbelievable ability to handle my sister. There's more to that, let me finish. To handle my sister like no one ever has. It's true. My dad and I talk about that a lot. I've never seen her happier than she is, and I 100% believe that's because of you, Rhett. I mean this from the bottom of my heart when I tell you I couldn't have handpicked a better brother-in-law. Thank you for cooking dinner for me pretty much every Sunday. I don't even have to bring anything over. It's pretty tacky, but I don't. It just provides everything. Thank you for drinking expensive wine with me. Thank you for having a genuine interest in my personal life and my love life. And most importantly, thank you for loving my sister unconditionally like my parents and I do. Thank you. Erin, our love and friendship has grown much stronger over the past few years as we live our grown-up lives in Dallas. You're my best friend and my biggest cheerleader, and I wouldn't be the person I am today without you. Lord knows I've needed your guidance over many times in my life. So, whew, thank you. Mr. and Miss Butler, Mama Joe, Pops, thank you for hosting this wonderful evening tonight, but more importantly, thank you for having Rhett. You've raised an outstanding man. To my mom and my dad, no words describe my love and gratitude for you, and Erin is just so lucky to be celebrating this weekend and dream wedding. It's because of your hard work and your desire to make her so happy. So just thank you. Got through it. Everyone, join me. All right.